Alright, we'll do a little update here. Today is January 11th, 2018. It's cold outside. We had a big ice storm and snow today. These outside dogs are in here tearing up their bed but sleeping. I'm on strip 15, I believe. I've got this one on. So I'm coming around to the other side. I just want to kind of show you what I'm doing. This is all fitting nicely into the rabbet there in the stem. So I'm pretty pleased with that. These strips are 3/8 inch thick by about 1 inch. And they're bending to fit. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm in the process of putting on the 15th one on this other side, and this is what I wanted to show you. When I go into the rabbet and the stem, I'm having to actually sand down the inside edge of the strip. And here a minute ago on this first oak frame here, you see where it says port? You can see there where I took the chisel and chiseled out some of that because it was just a little too proud. But to make that strip lay fair against there, I just took a chisel, there it is, and just pulled away a little bit of that, and it came off pretty good. Now what happens is you go to put this on here is we got a fairly complex bend coming through here, and you can see I've kind of got it loosely clamped on there, but it doesn't want to lay down evenly against the frame. I don't know if you can see that. See how it's kind of pulled up away from there? So what I'm doing is I'm using these clamps, number one, to pinch the strip down so there's not any space from in between the top one and the last one that I put on. But then I'm also having to use this clamp and pull from inside the form there, inside the mold, out to the edge of the strip to pull it tight up against the frame so that when I drill my pilot hole going in there, I get deep enough into that oak. Because on that oak frame, if you don't drill your pilot hole deep enough in there, you go to put that screw in there, you just twist it off, and then you got half the screw left in the frame. That's only happened to me a couple of times, but I learned that little lesson early on. So each one as we go here has got its own set of issues or complications just by the nature of how they're coming up around the... See, I'm getting ready to come up into the chine here, and so far though they're laying on there. You can see this one wants to come back, but by the time I get back down here, I'll just keep clamping as I screw these in, coming from forward to aft, and then you can see as you come back here. Now see on this very last frame there, right before you get to the transom, you can't tell, but I just had to chisel that off too because it wasn't going to let this next strip lay fair on the bevel on the transom. So you kind of got to take a batten or a short strip and just kind of place it up on those frames and make sure that it's going to come around for all the beveling that was done initially to try to get those frames on there in the proper perspective. It takes a little fine tuning when you actually get to putting the next strip on. But it's going on there really smooth. I'm really pleased with it. We'll see as we get on up here toward the keel how it goes. But I'd say I'm a good third of the way up there, at least now. I've still got quite a few strips that are already cut that are laying up on that shelf up there. I probably got another 20 or 30 up there. I'm going to have to find some more lumber. Some of those that are up there have got some knots in them and they just won't hold. So anyway, that's the update for today. Oh, there's the sailing ship. More later.